Hey Boo Buddies, Anya here, and happy fall. If you have been spending any time with me here on YouTube or on Instagram, you know that I have been spending so much time in my garden this year. So now that the season is coming to an end and it's time to start getting ready for winter, I am going to take the opportunity to do some reflecting in my art journal, and I pulled some flowers and some examples from my garden to journal about. So I pressed them overnight. I don't have a proper flower press because I don't believe in them. I think heavy books and sometimes some paper towels and a giant Costco size bag of baking soda work just fine. And I left them overnight, and I've got a couple things here. I'm prepping my page with some brown craft paper because when I put the flowers in, I don't want anything leaking. Sometimes the blossom of like some of the bigger things, they punch through, or there's still just a little bit of moisture left and it'll stain on the other side. Or when I turn the page to do journaling after this entry, I don't want the pen punching through and hurting the flowers that I'm gluing in. So I'm just prepping some extra paper, just a little bulk, to receive the flowers so that any of those trouble spaces are protected for both this spread and the accompanying spreads. So the herbs I have over here are, I've got a parsley sprig and some lemon balm. So the thing that looks like Queen Anne's lace is actually parsley blossoms. And I thought it was so cool. I've never seen parsley bloom before. And I was super excited that it was this fun Queen Anne's lace thing that I was like, oh, I have to have an example of that. And then lemon balm, which this was my first year growing lemon balm, and I'm having a blast using it in homemade teas and just having around the house. And that's the mint that's over here. It looks exactly like catnip, but it's not. It doesn't smell like catnip. It smells like lemon, and it's wonderful. And then this beauty over here is one of my pumpkin blossoms. The sprig of the pumpkin, the vine got snagged, so this blossom was not going to survive, and it was so beautiful. So I decided to press it and put it in my journal. I'm using some Mod Podge so that there's glue on both the back and the top of the blossoms and the leaves, because we wanted to stay on the page, but we also want it to kind of preserve on the page. And especially like the pumpkin blossom, it got very tissue paper thin after it got pressed, and I wanted to make sure that nothing gets damaged after the journaling fun. So I really just wanted to take some journal time with these specimens from my garden. I learned a lot from gardening this year. I've been gardening very mixed results for the last 5 years, and every time I swear I have to learn the same lessons over and over again, especially where tomatoes are concerned. But I learn things all the time, and this year I have new plants. I've never grown parsley before. I've never cooked with parsley before until this year, and I've been using it so much, and I've just been enjoying so much. And some other plants that didn't make it into the journal, but that I've been, mostly because I used them. They all got used, and they'll be in other places. So I'm just gonna decorate these real quick with some garden-inspired stickers and some foil. I really wanted to use some gold to reflect the sunshine and the green that is just been happening at the end of summer, beginning of fall, as I move from having an abundance in the dirt to starting to clear things away and get things ready for winter. Because if you don't clean up your garden, it becomes a mess in the winter, and then you have to clean it up in spring or, deal with the fallout. So I decided to do a very science journal style where we're going to label what these things are, and I'm just prepping it up, and I'm going to do the reflection and the thought process and all the fill-in off camera, where I can curl up with maybe a cup of tea made with my lemon balm from my garden. Some other plants that I grew that didn't make it into the journal are chamomile. And I'll do a quick sketch because I used all the chamomile. All the chamomile survived and went into my stash. There's none to glue into the journal because it's all getting used. And some other plants that I had a blast with were dill and sage. I learned some new tricks with sage this year that I'm excited about. Let's see, what else did I grow? Marigolds. I have not been able to successfully grow marigolds in 4 years, and I will keep trying, but oh my goodness, marigolds. It has been a very bountiful season here at home, and I wanted to take some time and reflect on that here in my art journal and take some examples as well. So I hope you guys found some inspiration for your art journaling, and I hope you guys enjoy your harvest season. Until next time, Boo Buddies.